Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. So we are smashing our way through 2019. We're on March already. We're about a quarter of the way through the year, and new kit is still arriving. There's still more to come. Most of it has already come, so there's not a great deal on my table for this month, but there is still coming sort of stuff for next month, so still keep tuned. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that's arrived for March. Okay, so first up we have the Scubapro Hybrid Cargo Shorts. So these are a really handy piece of kit. You can wear these by themselves over your swimsuit, or you can kind of stretch them over your wetsuit, and they give you thigh pockets if your wetsuit doesn't have thigh pockets. So an extra bit of storage on sort of both legs really does help. The pockets themselves, one, they're Velcro closure, so they kind of self-seal, and two, the pockets are actually a real decent size. So you can fit a good size spool, DSMB, or a spare mask inside of that. It's really helpful to have a sort of storage option lower down on your thigh as opposed to sort of up on your rib cage for your BCD, because it's much easier to get to and much more natural. So they're about 1 mil of neoprene over most of the sections, so they give you a little bit of thermal protection, but not a great deal. And yeah, you can wear these sort of by themselves as a pair of swimming shorts, or because you have this sort of thin material, there's a bit like rash vest material down the side, they do stretch a lot, so you can stretch them over your wetsuit as well. And yeah, they just give you that added bit of storage, which is very, very useful. Moving on, then we have a new video light from Sealife. This is the Sea Dragon 3000F. Very smart little light, and it comes in the same setup as the rest of their sort of photo video range. Comes with a tray with a universal mount, so you can mount your camera onto that. Comes with their Flex Connect system, so all of these arms, they're all sort of interchangeable. You can sort of chop and change and add things depending on how and where you want your light to be fixed. Now the light head itself is fully posable, so you can angle it exactly where you want, but it's a clever light. So it's got a few sensors in it. The first one is mainly for the photographers. If I switch it on, so 3000 lumens, very, very bright, but as soon as it sees a flash, it'll switch off for a couple seconds and then come back on. So that way there's not too much sort of extra light coming in. For taking photos, this is just going to give you way too much light. It's got a smart sensor in it so that when you go into a dark environment, it naturally dims itself. So it's not going to sort of just white out all of your videos. Inside it also has a red light function, so this is useful at night time. It protects your night vision, but also for getting a little bit closer to fish, so you can illuminate them so you can see them, but a lot of sort of marine life can't actually see red wavelengths of light, so it allows you to get a little bit closer without disturbing them too much with the light. Rechargeable battery on the inside, just very, very useful, and for both photographers and videographers, it's a great place to kind of start with, and then you can sort of add and sort of change things later. Okay, then we're going to move on to some masks that have arrived. So these have arrived a little while back, but I don't think they ever made it to some new in. First of all, we have the Scubapro Frameless Gorilla Mask. So this is a slightly larger version of the Frameless mask. Very much my style of mask. It's a sort of classic design with that kind of square look, but it's a little bit wider, so it fits a slightly larger face shape. The material itself is more of a kind of matte coloration, and it feels a little bit tougher than the traditional or the standard Frameless. Comes with very traditional buckles on that as well. They're still styled like this in 1960s type style. Other than that, it's just a frameless mask, so quite a sort of low volume, but a wide field of vision, so you get a decent view of the underwater world. Then we move on to kind of the opposite of that, the Cressi Calibro. Calibro is very understated for what it is. Kind of came in under the radar. It looks like almost every other sort of free diving, low volume mask, but it has a trick up its sleeve, and that's on the inside of the mask. So it is a frameless, or a semi-frameless, I should say, mask. Low internal volume, so it's great for free diving, but you can still scuba dive with it. Just means you don't have to equalize it quite as often. But you have this internal skirt that goes around your nose, and that seals just around the bridge of your nose. And what that does is it redirects the airflow when you exhale through the nose, so all that sort of humid gas sort of coming out of your nose doesn't fog up the lenses. And I've tried this on a brand new mask straight out of the box, and it does sort of prevent fogging. If you really exhale through your nose, it takes a really long time for it to actually fog up compared to another mask. So that then, if you then go on to prepare the mask properly and then go scuba diving, yeah, you're really going to reduce the amount that this mask fogs up. So very, very clever. It ticks all the boxes. It's got a sort of soft skirt, low internal volume. You can use it for snorkeling or free diving or scuba diving. Lots of different colors as well. Comes in very sort of smart blue. I definitely like the Calibro mask. And finally, from Scubapro, we have the Synergy Twin Mini Mask. So my partner, my other half, she dives with a Synergy Twin Trufit mask, which this is a slightly smaller version of it for sort of women and people with smaller face shapes. And basically what they've done is they've just scaled it down a little bit, and they changed the shape of the skirt so it fits a smaller face shape. But the benefit of the twin sort of Trufit is in this skirt. And you can see it's kind of ribbed all the way round, and that just allows the skirt to be a little bit thinner in places so that it molds to your face much more effectively, and it creates a more effective seal so that water can't get in and air can't get out. Comes as well as standard with their new mask strap. So this is more like a sort of ski goggle strap. It's elasticated, but it's a fabric material. So unlike silicone, it's less likely to tangle up and sort of pull on your hair. It's much more comfortable. But on the inside, it does have this kind of grippy section. So it does still grab onto the back of your head and keep it in place, but it's not going to tangle up and get uncomfortable and pull on your hair. Also comes with a sort of snorkel keep sort of built into it, so you don't have to get a sort of specialist job. This one's sort of fitted. All in all, very smart mask, but because it's that little bit smaller, it's going to fit those smaller face shapes. Okay, so all of these are available on our website, simplyscuba.com, but let us know what your favorite piece of scuba diving kit is down in the comments below and why. Thanks for watching and safe diving. Did that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It'll do.
That'll do.
It's just like, I'm going somewhere, but I don't know where.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.